Okay, once you have gone to Wix and created an account, then what you want to do is to create a new website right here. What kind of website do you want to create? My suggestion is that you come down here to the portfolio and CV options. And you want to avoid using this. I have tried and I don't understand why, but it really creates a lot of problems when you use the ADI. So please just choose one of these templates. And then there are many options for you to choose from. It splits this down more into portfolios, resumes, and CVs. You're probably better off going through this. And to be honest with you, you can pick any of them that you like. It doesn't matter. You can add or delete or change nearly anything, okay? Okay, a nifty thing that you can do is you can actually just write in here a search. So I'm going to write teacher in there and see what comes up. Guitar teacher, online lectures, and education. I would not go with a blog. I've had students in the past try to make their portfolio in previous blogs that they had, and they had to start over because the way we're setting ours up is just completely different. Now, if you already have a blog or another website, you are perfectly fine to link that to this one. That would be probably a great artifact for you to use eventually, but I would start brand new. So, go ahead and take a little bit of time and investigate which one you kind of like. Even though I told you that yes, you can, edit nearly anything. If you like a set of fonts and a set of color schemes that you see, it just makes your life long-term happier. Okay, let's work long-term, and we want to work smart here. But I just want to reiterate, don't stress out about this, okay? You just really want it to be done. You've got 2 to 3 years to fix this, to edit it, to make it your own, to add things. Okay, so once you find one that you think, okay, I think I can work with this, I like it a little bit, go ahead and you're just going to jump in and you're just going to start seeing, oh, what can I do? Before I get into some nitty gritty, I do want to point out, you see these lines right here? These lines keep text inside of it. And it has something to do, I believe, with making your site accessible through a phone or an iPad app. And so that's why it's there. So I wouldn't mess with these lines when they're dotted. They won't show up. We are in preview mode at the moment. So turn my pencil off and I'll show you. I'm sorry, we were in editing mode. And if you click the preview mode, then this shows you what it would look like. So that stuff is hidden. So you want to go back to the editor. Oh. And then you just want to start clicking on stuff. You see how I double clicked that. And then it's telling me that this is the theme of this is the heading. And so you could switch it right here. I'm just going to start typing your name. And it's already set up nicely. Now you could make it bigger. You could make it smaller. Oh, I don't think it's going to change until after I go back to the preview mode. But then you could just start editing, putting your information in there, change the image. And the way you do that is you upload media. So you upload media from, say there's a photo of you that you like on Instagram, you can upload that, or you can save a picture from your computer and put it in there, and then you just drag and drop it where you want it. It's very, very easy, okay? Okay, while we're talking about fonts, I just want to remind you that you guys have we've been working on this so far in our course about sticking with a family of fonts that works well together. And so if you change them and you're planning on changing every font style in here, it can get a little bit cumbersome, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to change that on all these other pages as well. So if you were to change this one, or let's just leave it at Georgia, and let's just say that you thought it was too small, so you're going to make it a little bit bigger. Ooh, that's a lot bigger. Let's go right there. Then if you want to save this theme, it'll be your paragraph theme for everything in the entire website on each page. Okay, we'll get to those pages in a second. But that's why you should save themes. And once you save it, it's going to be like that throughout the entire website. And so that's why you do need to take that time and actually go through it. Because if you end up on a template that you really hate, you just think, oh, I'm going to have to change this, I'm going to have to change that, there's nothing that I like about it at all, then you're going to spend tedious amounts of time twiddling your thumbs. So if you find one that you just hate, then don't use that one, okay? It's better to spend the time with that now than it is later. Now, you could use this as your home page, or you could create an About Me page on your menu, which, as I said, we're going to talk about in a second, and then add more there. Now, on this one, the way they set it up is this is called a strip. This part up here is actually called the header. And you can add a strip by using the add button, and then you just drag it to where you want, but it goes all the way across, right? Okay, so down here, these are 3 images, and I'm not sure, oh, it is a strip. It tells me that it's a strip right here. But let's say that I wanted to change it because I want to add a picture. I want to have 4 pictures of me working in classrooms, okay? Then you can do that. And I'm sorry, it does give you the option to show that on all pages. So if there's something that you want to show up on every single page, then you can do that. Then they've got another strip, see, and you can tell because right here I'm clicking on it and it says strip, change the strip background. This right here is you can change this product image widget that they have. But you notice that the fonts are the same that we had before, which is good. And then here's yet another strip. So I doubt that your homepage is going to have as many of these types of items as this one does, but it very well might. Some people have put their teaching philosophy in here. A lot of people put pictures of themselves, which I think is really powerful, especially if you get some pictures with students who are unidentifiable. We'll talk more about that later. So anyhow, have fun doing that. When you see a strip like this, if you know you're not going to have it, you can right click. I clicked on the strip, then I right clicked, and then you can duplicate the whole thing, or you could delete the whole thing. Bam, it's gone. Okay, so in this next section, I was fumbling and couldn't figure out why the strip didn't disappear, but that's because that's a strip. But what you have to understand is that behind every strip, there's a background page. So you have to drag it. I clicked on the strip on the bottom, and then you see the little draggy button? I put the cursor on top of it, and I click it, and then I drag up. Okay, leaving a little bit of headspace there. Okay, so if you don't like these pictures, you don't want to have pictures on yours at all, that's fine. I'm clicking on the strip, and I'm right-clicking, and then I'm just going to delete it. You can't break this, okay? So don't freak out about it. You're just messing around, finding out what you like. Okay, I came over to a different website because I didn't like that one. It didn't actually have a real header, even though I said it did. That was actually a strip at the top of it. So I'm clicking on this section. I clicked in the middle, not on the text, and it's telling me that this is a header. And so if I want to change that header design, all I have to do is click on the change header design, and you can make it a solid color. Ooh, that's not good. Like this, blah, blah, blah. You can pick any color you like. You can change these. I clicked on the image. I believe that you can change the design of an image that's already in there. So let's talk about the images for a second. If you decide that you're going to add media, like this picture, any picture that's in here. Okay, I'm going to try the add button. Let's say I am going to add an image. So you can upload your own image. That's perfectly fine. Or you can use a free image on Wix. And by using this and having an account here, you have the right to use this, and they're free. They also have illustrations. Now, if you want to click from a stock images, you're going to have to pay. Now, they're not really expensive. I think they're like $2 or $3, but we are learning about the ethics of working online. And so you want to make sure that you don't copy and paste a picture. This one's $3 to use that, $3 to use that. I don't think you should have to pay for anything. I don't suggest that you pay for anything. That's perfectly fine. Okay, now this guy right here, this is much more than we want. So I'm just going to click on this whole strip. And it's not a strip, it's a page background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it. And what you'll see when you get in here is that there are options, and these right here have a little video, and that means they move. And I will just tell you that they look like a lot of fun, but I'm going to preview. I'm going to click preview to see what it looks like. It actually gets really annoying if it's a lot of movement going on at one time for the reader. That one wasn't so bad. So just take that into consideration, that your audience for your website are going to be professional educators and administrators who are probably not going to be the same age as you and might find this extremely distracting. Also, what you have to consider, guys, is modifications and it's not UDL. What is it? You know, for people who have vision problems, you want to make sure that you are making things easy for your readers. So just take that into consideration. They might be distracted by this mesmerizing fabric instead of reading the text right here. Hey, you know what? I really like this one. This, I think, is much more similar to what we're looking at doing. It's got his picture, a short bio right here. This strip, well, this strip is the bio. And then this strip right here, I don't know if you would need something like that. He's got here's contact information, which is very helpful. Now I'm going to go up to the top, and I'm just going to show you, this is what it looks like on a desktop. This one is for the mobile. So let's see, how does his information, oh, look, it put it on top of each other because it was in columns. So occasionally you should go and look at that. So after all that, all you have to turn in for site check number 1 is a link to your website. But you do have to publish it and put your name in the title, which means that you want to save it just like this. You get a free domain, and it should populate with your email name first, and it will say Wix site. If you want to connect your own customized design, it's $100 a year, I think, and they have sales once a month that take it down to $50. But honestly, I don't think you should have to do that at all. You can call this, you know, Mr. Jones, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter to me. It's helpful if I can identify who it belongs to,